Welcome once again to the Talk of Life Talk Show with Elma, Kimberley, and Linda. And our special guest we will introduce in approximately a few minutes. So sit back, take your shoes off, and relax because we have an awesome show for you tonight. So keep that button on. Okay. All right. So how's everybody today?
Good.
I'm great.
I'm good.
I'm great, but I do have a complaint.
You have a complaint?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of complaint?
I know ain't nobody but Otis. Low snare. I know ain't nobody but Otis, but like when we go to watch the show and I go to the Talk of Life Talk Show with Elma on Facebook, I've been noticing that somebody keeps unfollowing me. So I have to follow the show again.
You think it's Otis? Look at Otis sitting there laughing. Otis laughing.
I was like, I follow the show at its conception. Why? It's like the last few weeks, it always says that I'm not following the show. I said, it ain't nobody but that doggone
Otis, will you please stop unfollowing
Thank
Otis?
you. Please address that. Please address that with the producer.
Lord have
I'm
mercy.
like, why does it say follow? And I'm like, I've been following the show way before Otis was. Who
But
does that?
now he's unfollowing.
I mean, it's like back to back the last like 4 weeks, I think.
Really?
And I noticed it again that I was not following the Talk of Life Talk Show with Elma. And I even had rights to manage the page from the producer. But his little hater back there following me from the page.
I can't get on the page, so I know it ain't me. I know it ain't this, so it's got to be that
I
one
go
there.
to share the show and it's like follow. I need to follow. I'm like, it's Otis. I'm gonna get him.
You gonna get on Otis? We gonna have to talk about this after the show, Otis.
So then I'm outside trying to get in. And I was like, and I come in. I was like, Otis, why were you outside? I mean, I needed your help. So he didn't say nothing. He just sitting there. So I go in the bathroom. Maybe 2 minutes later, what you need help with? Otis, I know how to use the bathroom. It was outside in the parking lot where I needed your help, not in the bathroom. Then when I get 8 and 9, I may need some help in the bathroom. But right now, I know how to use the bathroom, Otis. I need you out there.
So Otis, she wants you to come outside.
Outside when
Before
you
she get. Well, you might have to text Otis and let him
I'm
know
gonna
you
have
out.
to just be out there in the parking lot.
You know it's getting dark out there, Otis, so we need
I'm
protection.
dropping everything. I was like, where's Otis?
And you gonna sit him out there?
Yeah, Otis is our security. Look, Otis is a big man. He's security.
Yeah, that don't mean anything.
Oh,
see,
well,
I
that's
need
right.
him to help me bring my
Stuff
pieces in.
Otis won't do it. Okay, well, we're going to correct that, you all.
Yes.
Well, we love complaints on the show, so. But anyway, we're going, since she complained, now she has to do a scripture walk to wash all this off.
Let's see
To
what kind of
forgive
music.
Otis for what he
Let's
did.
see what type of music he
Yeah,
gonna
let's
get.
see what type of music he going to give you. He might not give you no music now.
I'm going to talk to Big
Let's
Husky.
see what he going to get. Is that something you like?
What is that, AI? AI? Did you find my Dallas Cowboy music I asked you to find? You probably didn't even try to find it.
All right, now to wash all those complaints away, we want you to do Philippians 1:6 says, finish what you start. This is our short version of it. But to get the whole version, just keep watching. Always finish what you start. And this young man says here, never give up. Never, ever give up. No matter what you're going through, don't you ever give up. Go to Jesus. Why? Because the next plaque says, but Jesus.
But God.
Oh, but God.
But
But
God.
Jesus, God, same one. I just said, but Jesus. But God. God is whoever you want to call him. You might call him Papa like Linda.
Yeah.
You might call him Jesus, whatever, but they the same. But God can handle any situation that you're going through. And you're going to find out with our guest tonight what he has experienced in his lifetime, which is very, very encouraging. And I was just blessed from listening to him and talking to him. So tonight he has his journey on how he came off of crack and cocaine after being on it for 30 years. Oh my God. But he doesn't look like someone that's been on crack or cocaine in my eyesight, because I've seen some and they don't look like him.
Right.
Okay, so tonight our special guest is Michael Barnett, and we're so excited to have you on the show, Michael.
Yeah.
Yes, we are. And we know that you have a story. So tell
Yes,
us a
ma'am.
little bit about yourself.
Well, I grew up here in Fort Worth.
Okay.
Graduated high school from ODY. Go
Oh, ODY, shout out.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So, and you know, they had a pretty good life growing up. My stepfather, he was a father figure for real. Now, he never made any difference between us. And so he was in the airline business. He
Okay.
worked for Brandon Airline. You got to be kind of old to know what that is. But
Yeah.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
Brandon Airline.
Went out of business a long time ago. He got me a job with Southwest Airlines. And
Okay.
that's how I left Fort Worth and ended up in Houston.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And some of the guys that worked on the curbside, I was a sky captain. Some of the guys that worked on the curbside with me were ex-Houston Oilers and stuff like that. And so I started hooking up with them, going to all these parties and the clubs where all the athletes be and all that. And just started getting into what they were getting into. And next thing you know, I didn't even know who I was really. You know,
Oh, really?
Everything started changing because I was making money and I had the money to spend and, you know, driving the nice cars and all that. And I met my kid's mother. And that slowed me down a little bit for a while. But after a while, you know, those drugs will just keep calling you. You know, and I would go
But they
out.
calling your name.
I don't know if they called my name, but
They
they was
They was
calling.
calling something.
Yeah. And, you know, I would go out and do that. And, you know, they say that money is the root of all evil. And I believe that because I started thinking a little too much of myself, you know, because I had.
But really, it's the love of money
yeah.
is the root of all evil.
Yeah.
So you was loving it.
Yeah, I was because it put me in a place where, you know, I thought I was Mr. Big Shot for a minute. You know,
But did you feel like you was Mr. Big Shot because you was with the Houston Oilers ex-players and
sort of because,
and they
you
were
know,
just taking you to different areas, different places?
yeah, it kind of blowed my head up a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, and then, you know, especially when you with that group, females flock to you.
Oh, yeah.
That's
You
you
know,
right. They
and
will
so-
flock to you.
And then you don't know whether you're playing football or not. And they would be telling them that I played with them and I was on the team and all that kind of stuff. So I just slid right on in
Right
there.
in.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
just didn't have a jersey.
Yeah. You see me?
Did you get a jersey from many of them?
No.
He got the coke and cocaine and all that
so
problem.
once I got into that, and I was already experimenting a little bit because I had a cousin in Dallas that was a big time drug dealer in Dallas, and you know, we was already snorting cocaine and stuff like that. So I was experimenting. That's why I tell people, you know, like I say, man, it's just weed. Well, weed is the door that opens for you to go to the other stuff.
Right.
You know, that's the danger of it.
That's right.
And you know, I married my kid's mom, and I was sharing with her that while me being at the airline, I wanted to take her all over the world. I was going to take her everywhere she wanted to go. And she took me 3 blocks down the street to this church and introduced me to Christ, the man who made the world. So, you know, and so even though I knew him, you know, knowing him and having a relationship with him is two different things.
Right.
You know? And it took some years for me to get to that point to even really want to know him. And when you
So were you still doing the crack and cocaine after she took you to the church?
Yeah, I didn't start till after that, really, on the crack. So the cocaine is the powder, but the crack, when they cook it up, is much more potent to you. And,
so why did you choose to start on the crack? I mean, who introduced you to the crack?
You know, to be honest with you, curiosity kind of killed the cat on that, because my brother was on it before I was.
Oh, okay.
You know, and I saw how bad he did him and all that, and I still wanted to try some. You know.
So you saw them going down, or
yeah,
what?
my brother was an All-American athlete, and it just wiped him out.
Really?
You know? And I think another thing was that, like I said, my little brother, my stepfather had 2 sons, one before me and one after me with my mother. And my older brother was a bass player. He played for Buddy Miles, Rita Franklin, a bunch of them.
Wow.
Yeah. And my little brother was, like I said, an All-American athlete coming out of high school. He was supposed to be our world, and he hurt his neck, and that made him just fall off the wagon. And I saw what it did to him, so what you would have thought would have made me stop, but it just made me curious. You know, from that first hit, it was over for me. Yeah.
So after that first hit, that was your high.
Yeah.
So
You know,
what you try to do next? Try to get the high back?
A lot of people say that. I wasn't trying to do nothing, just get high. It didn't matter if it was like the first one or
First
the
or
second one. I just
But
want
did
to
you
get
get
high.
high?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
you got high.
And then I, like I said, a drug addict and a lot of money is a bad combination.
Yeah, because
It's a
you can
bad
go buy
combination.
whatever amount you want.
So that's why, I don't see how some of these performers even control it the way they do. But as you see, people like Michael Jackson, Prince, Whitney Houston, all them, it wiped them out because once you get started, ain't no stopping. I was gonna get high as long as I had some dollars in my pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever steal from your family or anything to
That's
get it?
one thing I
You
never
didn't
did.
do?
Well, take that lie back. Yes, I did. I stole a refrigerator. I didn't really steal it, but a refrigerator, an old refrigerator.
Of all the things,
Yeah,
a refrigerator.
An old refrigerator that my daddy never used. It was just sitting there, and one of them.
How much did you sell it for?
$200.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. It was an old
You
refrigerator.
got $200 for an old refrigerator?
It wasn't that old, but
It was old.
Yeah, it was old enough.
Okay,
And
so
he
how
needed
much?
one. In
Was
his
it
house.
still running?
Yeah, it worked. I knew it worked.
So what did your parents say about that?
My mom, they didn't notice it for about a couple of months.
Oh
something
my
like
Lord!
that.
Oh,
When
okay,
they
so
finally
it really,
did,
Mhm.
they let me have it. So, but it was, that when you get on them drugs, you don't think about the consequences.
No, you don't.
All you thinking about is how I'm gonna get high right now.
Mhm.
And how am I gonna keep getting high?
So what was the wife doing when you was doing that? Were you high with her, getting high with her?
No, she never seen me get high or participate in anything of it. She just would always tell me, Mike, you're better than this. Why are you doing this? You don't have to do that. And I would do stuff like not pick up from work and just crazy stuff.
So you had the drug habit. I mean, you had the addiction for taking care of Mike and forgetting about the family.
Wasn't no.
Yeah.
She would. This is funny. I would come home and would be cash my check, and my wife would get the money out of my pocket and tear up $100 bills, so I wouldn't take it to the drug dealer. And I'd be on the floor like I'm playing Legos or something, matching them back up, taping it back together so I could take it to the credit union and get the money back. Yeah.
Dang,
That's
that's
how
how
serious
bad
it was. Yeah. And she.
So your brothers and both of your brothers was on drugs, correct? How many is it of you guys?
Whereas, with me and my mom, it's just me and my brother. My stepfather had his other son before he met my mother. So that's my side of the family. Then my biological father, there's 6 of them all together. But I didn't meet them till I was grown.
Okay.
But it's just, and I was like, well, man, I didn't know them at the time. I didn't meet my real father till I was 21.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, well, man.
So when did you start the crack and cocaine? What age?
I was like 26, 27, something like that.
And you was working, we working at Southwest Airlines then.
I got hired at Southwest a week before my 21st birthday.
Oh, okay. So you wasn't on it when you first started.
Mhm.
You on it when you met those other people and got on it.
Yeah, because one of the guys named Lindsey Cole, he was from Fort Worth. He played for TCU. He was one of the first black athletes the Southwest Conference let in. And it's just, when you get around that type of people, man, it's addictive too. Because now, before when you walk in by yourself, nobody really don't have too much to say to you. You walk in with them, and all of a sudden you're a celebrity. You know what I'm saying? And, I really didn't know how to handle all that, and I think that's why you see so many athletes get in trouble because this week you could barely buy you something to eat. Next week you're a millionaire. As a young man, how do you handle that?
Right.
You have to have some guidance, and I wasn't even looking for no guidance. I was just.
You just want to have fun.
Yeah, I just wanted to have fun. The only thing I was looking for was the drug,
So the girls didn't phase you any? It was just more drugs. You just
more
wanted
drugs.
drugs.
Yeah.
And stuff.
So your younger brother was on drugs, and your brother next to your oldest brother? Okay, so how are they now?
Well, the oldest brother's dead now.
Then he had died from drugs, did he?
No.
Okay.
And my younger brother, he's doing real well.
Is he off of it now?
He's a superintendent for, I forget the name of the company in Oklahoma. He helped build a racetrack and stuff when he was in school.
Oh, okay.
And so some of the people he met then. One thing about these athletes, though, when they go to these major universities, they meet all kind of people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
When Oklahoma played Miami for, was it Miami they played? I think, yeah, for the national championship, I flew out there, and I was waiting on him to come. He picked me up in a brand new photo Fleetwood Cadillac, and he had more money in his pocket than I did. So I was like, man, he was hurt, so he wasn't even playing.
Oh,
So
wow.
Your brother was-
yeah, and now they got this portal thing where they pay the athletes. So it's a whole
Yeah.
different thing now.
Yeah,
I
it
think they
is.
should have been paying them all along.
Yeah, I do too.
But you know, you get these guys from these small places,
Mhm.
and they can't even make a phone call home. You know, without the NCAA would kick them out and stuff. So
Mhm.
it eventually worked out.
So the wife that you had when taking you to church and stuff,
Hmm.
what happened with that?
Well, finally, she just got tired of it. You know, me not coming home and missing things with the children. And she just got tired of it.
How many children did you have?
2.
You had 2?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And but the thing I have to say about her was, you know, she passed about a year and a half ago.
Oh, okay.
That was great because she never spoke bad about me.
Mhm.
She never let my kids speak bad about me.
That's good. That's good. That's
She
good. So
was-
how are your children doing?
They're great. My son is a baseball scout for the St. Louis Cardinals.
Okay.
And my daughter's a principal in Houston.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so
That's awesome.
that was one of the things I told them, look, I don't know what you're going to be, but you ain't going to be like me. I'm going to school. And I told my son when he turned 18, I said, son, you got 3 choices. You can go to the Army, you can go get you a job, or you can go get you an apartment, but you ain't going to stay here with your mama. You're going to do something. So he got
But
this.
did they know that you was on crack
Yeah.
and cocaine? They did know
They
that.
knew.
How did they feel about that though?
They didn't like it, you know, but I always was honest with my kids. I
Okay.
didn't lie to them and tell them, you know, dad is this and that is that. If I didn't make something, I just told them the truth, you know. And I thank God for giving me enough sense to not lie to them,
Right,
Mhm.
because
right.
that's why we have a relationship today, you know. And,
So is it a close relationship?
yeah,
or?
it's real close. Like I said, I credit their mother for installing that in there.
Mhm.
But, you know, my son, he'll come to town to scout some teams, or have to go to a Ranger game. He'll call me, Dad, I'm coming to get you. We're going to a Ranger game.
Oh,
Stuff like that. And, you know, I got grandbabies now, and it's like God has given me another chance to be a father.
that's
Yeah.
good. So doing this walk, being on crack and cocaine, you stayed on it for 30 years. So after you lost your job with Southwest,
Mhm.
what happened after that? Did you get another job?
We
And
get, you know, when I look back on God has blessed me, I've worked for Coca-Cola.
okay,
I worked for the Medical Corporation, other company. I ended up being a painter, industrial painter for Hydro Rig. I always got good jobs. Like I said, I knew how to run my mouth, so I always got good jobs. But I just couldn't keep none of them. You know what I'm saying? At the medical operation, I was there 2 weeks, and the man made me the supervisor. And he told me all I had to do was just come there and make sure everybody was in place. That's all I had to do. So I said, you ain't got to lift a finger.
you was still on cocaine
Yeah.
doing all those jobs. They
Mhm.
never did do a drug test or anything.
Yeah, I get clean, and, you know.
Oh,
in
so
order to
you
get the
knew how to
job.
clean it out
Yeah.
to get the.
You know, because cocaine is all base. It don't stay in your system for 3-4 days. So I get clean for 3-4 days, and then I go get me a job. And it was I was getting ready to marry my second wife at that time, and like so all I had to do was go to work, sit down in the chair for 8 hours, walk around the plant a little while, make sure everybody working, go back and sit down.
Mhm.
And they gave me that first check, and I didn't go back to work for a week.
So you went and got
Yeah.
some more cocaine.
Yeah.
Stayed off a week. What did you do? Call in sick or
No,
something?
I didn't do none of that.
He didn't call
I didn't call it at all.
Wow.
Nobody.
No show.
I didn't call the shop, the job, or
And
my
you
mom.
still had your job.
When I got back, he was a recovering addict.
Oh,
knew.
Yeah, he
okay.
knew.
So he knew what it
Yeah, he
was.
said, well, Mike, you know, I'm going to give you one more chance, man. After that week, he gave me another chance. I worked another week, got another check, and did the same thing again. It was one of those things. It was a cycle. Once I got some money in my pocket,
That was it.
it's over
Burnt
with.
the hole in
Yeah,
your
it's
pocket.
over with.
So
Yeah.
you was married. You had gotten married. or
Now,
you
was
had-
that the third
That's
wife?
the second one.
No, that third wife.
That was the third
yeah,
wife. He married his first wife twice.
Twice. Then after me and her got divorced, I moved back to Houston. That's, you know, North Carolina, I'm gonna tell you, location ain't they're selling crack all over the world.
Yes, they are.
So I left Houston and went back to I left Oklahoma City. Went back to Houston, and she forgave me, and I did good for 6, 7 months. I was always a master manipulator, man. I'd stay
You
clean.
knew how to do that.
I knew how to get back in.
Wow.
And
so you would go back in and talk to her, and get
to
back
her,
in.
You got to
she
keep the
trusted
family.
you again.
Got to keep the family together, baby. We can't break the family up. I'm clean now. And I'm going to church with you. And,
So you talk to yang
all this
Yang,
stuff,
yang.
that yang. Yeah.
And she went for it.
And you was going to church too.
Yeah, I was going to church. And,
Praising God.
yeah.
Getting high after.
And think about how you gonna get high after.
Yeah. And
Probably was saying amen and thinking like, yeah, I'm gonna go out there after and give me some more.
Because it's kind of like a learned behavior,
Yeah.
man, and it becomes repetitive,
Mhm.
And, like I say, if I had some money in my pocket, it's over with.
It was over.
So the party ain't over till the money gone.
And then what happened?
Then
After the money gone, what you do? Go
then
back
you
home?
start scheming and trying to find out how you. Once you run out of options, then you go home.
So did you steal from your wife or
No,
no?
I never stole nothing from her.
Oh, okay.
He just stole the refrigerator.
I stole the refrigerator from my mom's
From
house.
your mom's house.
Yeah, it
But
was-
they had an extra
It,
one.
it was
so
one that
it's
had
okay.
been in the shed for 2 or 3 years. They don't need that. They'll never know that's gone. My dad, he was a stick for everything. He knew it was gone as soon as he opened up that door.
So they knew you was on drugs too, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so they knew
Yeah.
you was on drugs.
He was like, where the plow at? The plow, daddy. The plow that it used to be in the back of the corner.
Yeah, he know.
Right by the hole.
My dad
It's
had
gone.
my dad had an old phone,
Yeah, the rotary
Yeah.
phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You saw the
And
phone.
no, a friend of mine
Oh.
in his house and he needed a phone. I said, man, Daddy got a phone out there, he ain't using it. I got the phone, took it to my partner. I didn't say it to him or nothing. I just gave him that phone. That same day, my daddy came up, boy, where's my phone? I said, Daddy, you ain't using that phone. He said, that's mine, go get it. He made me go back to my partner's house and take that phone back and bring it back. I was so embarrassing.
I know it was.
Bro, it's like both our phones.
Yeah.
I'll let you use it this week and I'll bring it back to daddy next week.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when did you decide enough was enough? You've been married, what?
Well, when I was on my
Married
fourth
wife.
wife.
You're your fourth wife.
Fourth wife. Well, not my third wife, fourth marriage. And right here,
Stop trying to do the math.
I went to my I went to my parole officer and told him that I needed some help. Told her I needed some help, and she found the TDC place that would help me. And I thought I was gonna go to a regular little old, facility.
Mm-hmm.
Well, TDC is in Tarrant County Jail,
Mm-hmm.
so I had to go to jail for 3 months.
Oh, wow.
And when I was in there, that's man, this don't make no sense here. And I asked God to just help me out, and that's when He let me know that when I got out, He wanted me to go to this white church and stop 6 on the corner. But when I got back home, my wife, she let me in the house and said, I need to talk to you. And went to the table. She gave me that piece of paper and said, I can't take this no more. I want a divorce. And at that moment, I knew I wasn't going to smoke no more dope. I was tired of losing stuff. I lost 4 marriages, like 3 wives. I lost 3. I can't even count the good jobs I had, And my mom was still living at the time. She can't trust me. My kids don't want to trust me. And it was this lady named Barbara Love. Her and my mother were good friends. She would call me every morning, and we would pray and stuff. And I called her, and she had been real sick. So when I got jail, I called her, and her words were, "I couldn't die until I know I proved you that prayed you through."
Isn't that something?
Yeah. I said, "Well, love, I don't think I'm gonna get high no more." She said, "Okay." And 2 or 3 days later, she was dead.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And I think about that often.
So she was waiting on you
Yeah,
to
get right.
To get
right.
right.
Before she went
So
on
she
home.
could go
Yeah,
on home.
yeah,
So after you told her that, she went on.
Yeah.
She went on and left.
yeah. And that it's amazing how things like that motivate you to just move on. And
Yeah.
I called my mother when she was alive every night, and to hear the calmness in her voice. Okay, baby, you're going to bed. Mom, I'm going to bed. It was worth it all.
Mhm.
To hear her be calm, she didn't have to worry about somebody was going to call her and tell her kid was dead or something like that. And, only by the grace of God, I'm not. But, that was the good part about it.
Oh wow.
So what about the little white church and stop?
We're
Yeah,
we gonna take a pause and do our fashion by Kimberley, and then we're gonna come back and hear about the little white church. All right. I hope Otis play you some good music.
Someone asked me this week, how did I get into fashion? And it started with my mom. She used to go to the store just like Neiman Marcus, but it was called The Famous. And I was telling the lady, I said, well, even when I was young, I used to play in my mom's closet. And I wanted to go in junior high, I wanted to go to a dance. So you know how you would pin the dress to get it ready to sew it. So that's how I pinned the dress, and I wore it to the dance like that. I couldn't move much because I didn't want the pins to stick in me.
No, you did.
Are you
I
kidding?
came out that room. My mom was like, what? I was like, I wore this to the dance, and I had it all pinned, with straight pins. While I was at the dance, had me a good time though.
Wow. That's awesome.
Shout out to Kimberly. She is out here in her fashion jeans. Let me tell you something. It is nothing like putting together a leather and fashion and jeans together and making it work. But only Kim can make it pop like this. I mean, she look good. Look at them boots. Come on.
I tell you.
She stayed with some kickers on.
I know that's right. I would hate to
Stay
be
with some
kicked down
kickers. That part, yeah. I hate to make her mad.
Man.
But she look good. She don't have a hat today. She is free, so she can go wherever you go quickly. Y'all can go together if y'all need to go.
I like
You
the
ain't gotta worry
leather.
about it. I do.
You
I like
said
the
leather.
leather. Yeah, I said
That's
that.
all right. The leather
Yeah.
mixed with the denim.
Yeah, and then
Oh, wow.
then she took a napkin off her table, made it a tie. So shout out to napkins that you can turn into a tie from the house. Shout out to Kim. She ready to eat. And she ready to wipe her face when she done. So shout out to
see
Kim.
the
She
tie.
look
Let me
gorgeous.
see the
She
tie.
look gorgeous. Look at it.
Oh, that is beautiful.
And she got them rips in the jeans just in case.
No, that's right.
Just in case so
Oh,
you know. Just in case so you
No
know.
purse?
No purse today. She got a purse today.
Yeah, she got the money in that purse.
Oh, and she got
it
the
looks
car.
like money.
That's a blinged out purse. It just say
I
I'm
like
here, I'm
that.
her. That purse say I'm her. Period. Shout out to Kim and
That
her
is
amazing
beautiful.
outfit.
I like that. Is that part of a shirt? Is that tie part of that?
Yeah, it's all part of it.
Oh,
It's
is
cute
it? That's
though. It's cute
neat.
though.
It's one of the
Oh,
TikTok
wow.
thingies.
That is cute.
Oh, that is cute, Kimberly.
Let me go
She
ahead and
always come
let
out
me
with
wipe your mouth.
something.
Let me wipe your mouth.
We always love fashion by Kimberly. She comes up with the most unique fashion.
Amen.
That's Helen Wilkins. That's Helen Wilkins.
I know
Helen
that's
did a
right.
good job.
But she wouldn't let me touch nothing in the store, pop in my hand.
Yeah, my mom used to do that too.
You couldn't touch nothing
No,
in the
you
store, but
couldn't.
I'd be in her closet messing with her handbags, her
You cannot
shoes, trying
touch
to do
anything
in the
everything.
Dress up. We used to call it dress up.
Yeah.
Put on those
That's
big
it,
shoes
that's
that be
it,
too
that's it.
big for us.
Yes.
And walk out with those long dresses too long.
Yes.
Had our little mama hats on.
Yes.
And she be
Yes.
like, what you doing with my
Yes.
clothes on? Mama,
That's
this
what
is
she
dress
always
up.
say.
With
Yes.
a big old purse bigger
She
than
always
us.
say yes.
You know, it's crazy that you say that. So I was the only boy in the house, and one day we lived in Oak Cliff, and my mom came home, and my older sisters had dressed everybody up.
Mm-hmm.
They put me in a dress. I was 4. My mom came home, and she was fit to be tied.
I bet she was.
Boy, she was mad. Boy, she was hot as fish grease. I'm talking about she was mad at my sister. All of us got a whooping, but I had to, we went to, matter of fact, it was the Skaggs Alpha Beta on Polk Street.
Right.
She
It
took
used
me
to be
down to the
Skaggs
Skaggs Alpha Beta
Yeah.
and took me down there and made me walk around in that dress. She said, I bet you won't wear now another dress. And I ain't put one on since.
I know, thank God, thank God.
But I was so embarrassed.
I know you wasn't bad.
And then I had the dress on, but I had church socks and church shoes. You know, oh, it was terrible. She was mad at my sister
I know
about
she
that.
was.
Yeah, like she was upset.
See,
Came
Kimberly
home.
always starting something.
Yeah.
You see that with the pen.
Yeah.
Okay, but back to Michael and his journey being on cocaine for 30 years for those that
Wow.
just tuned in and how he got off of it. Now let's hear about the Little White Church.
Well, like I was saying, my probation officer took me somewhere to said she had somewhere for me to go because I was just tired. You know, I was running around the stop six and sleeping in my truck, and you know, my ex-wife, I couldn't go back there.
Wait a minute. Now you said earlier you knew how to get in there and talk
Yeah.
to her,
She
and
wasn't
that
having
didn't work no more, huh?
No, I
She-
had done it.
She was tired.
Yeah, I
She
had done
done
it
heard
too
those
many times.
lies too many
Yeah.
times.
Matter of fact,
So you couldn't
before
do it
she
no
left,
more.
No,
she worked.
Hard.
She was going out of town, and she locked the house up, and I slept on the back and on the patio in the backyard for a week. And the mosquitoes, I couldn't take that, so I got in my truck and I slept on my truck in the corner in Stop 6, and it was just bad. So when my mother talked to Miss Dimple, she's passed now, but she told me I could come stay with her. And that next morning, she said, "Get up, boy, you're going to church." You know, in our age, we don't talk back to the old people. Yeah. In my mind, I'm like, man, I don't feel like getting up. Just go on and tell her. And the most manly voice I had was, "Yes, ma'am, I'll be ready in a minute." That's all I could come up with. You know? So we went to the church, and the pastor there is Bishop Rodney McIntosh. He's a great man. And I've been there ever since.
Real.
Like 8 years.
So
yeah.
you said God had showed you the little white church while you was in jail,
Yeah.
right? So what happened when you pulled up
And you saw
and
her.
saw this
I
little
was
white church?
speechless.
You
I
was speechless.
I was
This
like,
is what God
"Ooh-wee."
showed me.
Yeah, and then he told me to just go back to the people, and told me to start giving them biscuits every morning. And,
Biscuits.
yeah. So every Sunday morning for the last 7 years,
Did you cook them?
no, I go to McDonald's and get them. They cook faster than I do.
And you would take them where?
And
Where
I
would
would
you
take
take
them
them?
to Stop 6, right?
To the
Stop
drug
6.
houses or
So
what?
some of them, yeah.
Some of them were drug
yeah.
people.
And it's weird because I don't go to the drug house no more because it got busted for one.
Okay.
And the Lord kind of convicted me on that. I need to stay because what if they run up in there?
And
I'm
then
in
you
there?
get
Yeah.
caught. Yeah.
So I just start blowing the horn. They come to the car and get their stuff. One of my buddies told me, said, "Well, man, you know the police know you selling biscuits there. They shove every house before they rush it." That may be true, but I'm going to stay out of that.
Stay out of there,
Yeah.
right. I
And,
don't blame you.
After I did that, and things just started happening for that. And I went to Narcotics Anonymous, like I was telling her. It's anonymous for a reason, so I won't say too much about it.
is.
But they gave me the roadmap to get clean, you know,
Right.
what to do and how to call people. And, you know, it's one helping another, you know. And once I did that, but I still didn't have the strength, you know, the endurance to walk that out. It wasn't until I came to church and got with Jesus, and then he gave me the
All
strength.
right, he got with Jesus.
Yeah.
Hook up with Jesus.
And ever since then, it don't even bother me no more. I don't have no desire for it now. I do still have dreams. I tell anybody, Satan can't get you in the natural. He's gonna come in the spiritual, so be ready. You know, and sometimes, man, but the good thing about that, Jesus wake me up and I see that I'm in my bed.
You all right.
Whoo, boy.
You
So
all
what
right.
kind of dreams would you have? What kind of
It would be
dreams?
like I'd be in this house and somebody's got some dope and I'm smoking it, or you know, I'm messing with a drug dealer and he's chasing me or something like that, or whatever. Or my parents or my wife's finna come in on me. And that's one thing never happened. They never ever caught me nowhere. But in the dream they're about to, and I wake up, you know. And I have a real good friend of mine named Lawrence Wood. He's the pastor of Fellowship of Enlightenment in Houston. And when I was in Houston, man, he would get out of bed with his wife at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and come find me. I don't care where I was, he would find me.
Wow.
And, you know, and it wasn't until later years I understood it had to be God to show him where I was because he didn't get high.
Right.
But he would come and get me and take me back home to my wife and come back a couple hours later. Okay, let's go to church. Wasn't no saying I would be ready because I know that's what he was going to do.
Right.
And he wasn't going to take no for an answer. So,
You getting in
yeah,
that car.
yeah,
You
getting in this car.
I found you at
And,
2 in the morning. You coming at 7.
Yeah, so and me and him talk every Sunday morning. I call him at 7 o'clock on the dot. Every Sunday morning.
Now?
To now. That's been going on ever since I've been clean.
So you called him
Yeah.
at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Kind of like your accountability partner.
Yeah,
Something like that?
something like that. Yeah, I call him and ask him what he's preaching on for the day, and we might talk about it. Or if I'm writing a sermon, I'll ask him questions and stuff like that.
You said you writing the sermon.
Yeah,
So you preach too?
yeah.
So you a minister too?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
good. Praise God. All right.
Yeah.
So it's I like the church I go to because we just everybody works together. Nobody gets jealous of
Yeah,
each
I
other.
like that.
and
Yeah.
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. And I figure when God is ready for me to preach, he'll tell the bishop will tell me, and then we'll do it. I don't go to him saying, man, I got this sermon and
Right.
do all that.
I hate when people do that.
Yeah, I love my church because Bishop is such a great teacher. And every time I go to that church, I never leave there without learning something I didn't know before I walked in there. And I've
That's
been going
good.
there 8 years. Every single time I learn something new. It's Bishop Rodney McIntosh.
What's
And,
the name of it?
Christ the Risen King.
Okay.
Yeah, and what makes it, to me, what makes our church so unique, the bishop used to be a gangbanger.
Okay.
And everybody in Stop 6 that's, know him, they just call him Elroy, and he's known for all this different type of stuff from the projects. And the church that we were at is right across the street from the projects. When you walked out the church, the projects is right there.
Okay.
Since we moved around the corner, 2126 Alameda now. But it's just, I think, great ministry. For me, it was because when I didn't have a place to stay, he let me stay in the church.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
that was good. He
Yeah.
let you stay there, so
Yeah.
he trusted you enough
Yeah.
to stay in the
Yeah.
church.
I didn't have no car to drive to get nowhere. He let me use his truck.
Yeah.
So,
Boy,
you know,
he's
He
really
trusted
good.
you.
yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
he did. So
He
I
really
can see
did.
it. Huh.
So.
Or he needed security guard.
Yeah.
So you've been clean for 8 years now.
Yeah,
8
June
years.
17th.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what was your deliverance day from?
June 17th,
June
2017.
17th? Oh wow.
Yeah.
Now are you married now or are you single?
I'm single now.
Okay.
Y'all hear that, ladies? I'm single now.
Well, he's single, y'all, but he's with the Lord now. All
Yeah.
right. So
What's up?
what okay, so you hand out the biscuits and to the people, so you're able to witness to them
Yes, ma'am.
and let them know that you got off of it
Yes.
and everything. But the day that you signed that divorce, that's when you knew that was it.
That was it. I was just.
But
like I
you
said,
had to make up your mind to
that was
say,
it. Mhm.
I don't want it anymore.
Yeah. And I tell everybody, without consequence, there's no motivation to change. If there's no pain involved, people don't keep stealing because they like to. If they don't never get caught, why they gonna stop?
Right.
Right.
There's got to be some consequences to what you're doing,
Mhm.
And I know the Lord can give you some consequences that you just don't even want to handle. So, but it's just, so that's the first thing I do in the morning on my way to work. I just listen to gospel music and just ask God to carry me through the day because I know at any given moment, Satan's gonna show up.
Where you
Right.
work at?
At Tyson.
Tyson.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
You made a statement when we was talking. You said that I'm an addict, but I got my addiction under control.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Well, it's like my deal is like if you got high blood pressure and you're not taking your medicine, it's gonna have an effect on you.
Right.
But as long as you take your medicine and do the things the doctors tell you and eat right and all that,
Mhm.
you can keep that blood pressure under arrest. And that's how I do my addiction. I don't experiment with nothing. I don't smoke no cigarettes. I don't drink no beer. I don't drink no wine. Even at my daughter's wedding, I said, well, y'all gonna have to give me some Sprite or something because I'm not drinking that.
Mhm.
Right.
And it's just, you have to be, the biggest thing on recovery is, of being delivered is, you have to want it.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I was telling her, I went to a rehab in Los Angeles one time, with Southwest Airlines, and they flew me to Los Angeles, had my little bag, and when they flew me back, I got off the airplane, caught me a cab to the hood so I could get out and road, walking through the hood, pulling my luggage, and
Trying to
so-
find some joy.
Yeah, because the rehab, I don't want to sound like I'm suggesting people not to go to a rehab, but they told me how it worked on my brain and how it affected my body and all that. Man, I don't need to know that. I need to know how to get off this stuff. And that's what Narcotics
Stay off.
Anonymous does for me. Like I was telling her the other day, I had an urge to smoke a cigarette. I know that's not good for me, so I called my sponsor and talked to him about it. And that's the good thing about
Mhm.
that program is that you with other people who have gone through what you've gone through and found another way out.
That's true.
So I don't talk against it, but I know that without Christ, you just ain't gonna make it.
No. You're not gonna make it
You're not
without
gonna make
God.
it. And then the hard thing about that is sometimes some people, you'll get clean, you'll be clean for a little bit.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm good now. I can do
Mhm.
this, I can do that. But I know people who was clean 25 years and failed back
And went
again.
back.
And I just don't want to take that chance.
But you know what your triggers are.
Yeah.
I think that's where people mess
Yeah.
up. They try to
Yeah.
pretend like they don't know
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
their triggers are.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, they
Like
know.
you said, like I thought about smoking, so I
Mhm.
called my
Mhm.
sponsor immediately.
Yeah,
Mhm.
That's discipline. That's
Right.
starting to
That's
enact
right.
discipline so you can stay clean.
right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Keeping it under
And so,
subjection. No.
that's what I love about it. What I'm
Mhm.
hearing is
Yeah,
you know what
Mhm.
triggers you,
right.
but you also know how you can come back from that trigger.
Right.
You can call somebody and say, hey,
And he
I'm on the
acknowledged
edge.
it.
Yeah, you acknowledge it. You don't try to
Yeah.
pretend like,
Yeah,
Oh,
nah.
no.
I'm stronger than this. No, I got this.
And I can't go back.
Right.
Yes, you can.
Right.
You
Right.
said 7. They told you in the thing that 75% of them
people who
Go
go
back.
to rehabs go back.
back.
Yeah.
But in Narcotics Anonymous, rarely have we ever seen anybody that followed their program relapse. And I tell people all the time, I don't need no rehabilitation. That's what athletes do. Our rehabilitation is to get you better so you can go back and do what you was. I didn't need no rehabilitation. I needed to be delivered.
There you go.
Right.
You know?
Right.
You need to be totally free from it.
Yeah.
And that's what we want.
Right.
So if
Exactly.
somebody was listening to you tonight and they are on drugs, what would you tell them?
I would tell them just turn it over to Jesus. Trust him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I couldn't trust myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to trust Jesus.
And then you have sponsors.
Yeah.
Also
And
help.
sponsors and, you know.
So there's nothing wrong with you having a sponsor.
No. I mean, my sponsor's name is Cedric, and
Hats off to you, Cedric.
yeah, and you know, he never forced me to do anything.
Mhm.
I probably shouldn't say his name with the narcotics thing.
But
They're gonna
it's
forgive
a
me
lot
for
of
that. Yeah,
Cedrics out
yeah.
there. So
So and yeah, he never forced me to do anything. He never pushed me to do anything, and he's always available. I don't care what time it is.
Mhm.
He's
So you can
available.
call
I
him
can
and
call
talk to
him
him.
and talk to him about
That's
it.
awesome.
Yeah,
That is good.
and that's the thing with, you know, a lot of times, and that's what addictive ministry is all about. You know, my brothers and sisters in Christ, they gotta have somebody to come to where they can
Right.
talk to and feel like, you know, it's not gonna be all over the city and all that kind
Yeah,
of stuff.
right.
You know,
Mhm.
and my ultimate goal is to get to the point to where I can go out. Like one Saturday when I was in Houston, I worked with this guy, and he went out every third Saturday of the month and fed everybody that was downtown. And that's my ultimate goal. I'm asking God to get me there to where I can have my finances, to where I can get the truck, get the thing. I have my good friend is the brisket boss, so I already got that part. Yeah.
That's,
That's the one we had on the show,
Yeah,
wasn't
he
it?
came on the show.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
Yeah.
had him on the show.
yeah.
Mhm.
Matter of fact, I was at
So
his
that's
house.
your that's his. So now you can tell him you was on the show because he's been
Yeah,
on the
he
show.
already know. We talked.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I already know. We've been knowing each other since the 6th grade. So,
Oh wow.
yeah, he's a lifelong friend, and he was, you know, I think he's one of my most loyal friends,
Friends.
because a lot of my friends, when I going through my addiction, they still hung around me and called me and stuff. But Roy straight up told me, he said, man, get on that stuff again. I ain't messing with you.
Mhm.
And that's what he did. You know, and when I got myself clean, he's been my biggest supporter. I go over to his house and help him with his stuff, and
Oh,
you know,
that's
you
good.
know, a
Hey,
million
Roy.
people.
Sometimes you got to be like that. Though.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have
Yeah.
to say,
That
hey,
helped me.
and Alva.
hey, you're not going to take me down with
Right, right.
you. You know,
Yeah.
some people don't understand that. Well, you left me when I was in. No, I left you so you didn't you
Yeah.
didn't kill both of us.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's the
like-
truth.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
That's
And I
true.
I really
like-
respect him for that,
Yeah.
because you know, and now, you know, I'm doing so much better than what I was. But you know, Royce know a whole lot of people, but he chooses to call me to come over there and help him. You see what I'm saying?
That's
So I
good.
thank God for that.
Because you have a
know?
testimony too.
Yeah.
Because they'll be looking at you like, I just can't see that you've been on that stuff
Yeah.
and
Right.
you're doing so good.
You know,
That's a good testimony,
It's
right?
weird. Last couple of months ago, I took my grandson to the zoo, and my daughter-in-law told my son, said, "Your daddy come a long way. He gets to take Devin to the zoo by himself." And that, to me, that was like
Heaven, huh?
heaven. So my son probably wouldn't let me take him across the street.
That's
years
true.
ago,
They
you know what I'm
trusted you
saying?
with their son. That
Yeah.
is a.
So,
That's
and
awesome.
Then to hear my son, he went with me to pass out biscuits, and he told me he was proud of me, and I lost it.
You started crying.
Yeah.
I don't blame you because
I lost
it's hard to get people to trust you again when you know, been
Yeah.
there. They don't trust you with anything,
Anything,
money in their
Yeah.
house or anything. A lot of them do not. So that's good. And I know that should have made you feel good that they
Yeah.
allowed you to take
Right.
their son
Mhm.
to the zoo and wasn't worrying about anything that can happen. So they saw the change.
Yeah.
And a lot of people need to see that change. And when you really make that change, it has to show.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
it
that's
does.
one thing I want to tell the listeners. You know, don't think just because you quit doing drugs today, it's going to be Johnny come marching home and everybody
Right.
right. No, you're going to have to stay that way for a while.
Yeah.
You're going to have to show some endurance with that.
That's true.
You know, and if you just let Jesus just walk with him.
Walk with me.
Yeah, and the time won't seem that long.
That's
you know?
right.
Yeah, you have to make proclamations.
Yeah, and just stick to that, and that's. What
And
I
then
did.
you acknowledging that you've been there, and anybody can fall back. You can fall back, but with Jesus, like he said, he don't want to go back. You know, we always say, well, you can pray and pray and pray, but until that person say, I don't want it anymore. That's what you said.
Yeah. So
You decide, I don't want it anymore.
You know, when you start losing stuff, you know, all the jobs, I should have been retired by Southwest and Coca-Cola too, probably. You know, and you're losing cars, but when you start losing your loved ones, you know, if they don't even want to be around you, man, you're gonna change. I don't care what no one says.
That's true,
So,
and you will change. Yeah,
change.
but that's good.
I think the thing that sounds like for me is that your family loved you no matter what.
Yeah.
You may have lost a lot of material things, but the love of your family is what caused you. And then for your son, to me, to tell you that he's proud of you, I guess he was there the whole time.
Yeah.
So
he went through a lot.
He knows everything. And to hear him say, I'm proud of you, that just gives you strength to go on to know that family love and bond. I guess all your wives pretty much loved you the same way.
Because my last wife, to this day, we go to the movies together. We go out and eat together. You know, we enjoy each other's company.
Do you think you'll marry her again?
If she said yes in a heartbeat, you know, it might be 4 o'clock in the morning. I'd be trying to go downtown. You know, and you know.
So y'all like starting all over, dating again, or y'all just friends?
We just
friends right now. Okay.
You know, she's been supportive through all this.
That's good.
And my mother passed in May, and she came to Oklahoma. We went to, because I knew that's who my mama would want to be there. And, you know, we shared a room together. No, nothing happened. We just sit there and, you know, she told me she loved me. I told her I love her, and we went on to sleep.
Right.
You know, and it's just.
That's the love, the love of Christ which passeth knowledge is what you were surrounded by.
Right.
Yeah.
People who walked in love.
Yeah.
And
they
then
saw
condemn it.
past, they wanted to see you on the other side.
And it's, you know, it's crazy because all the stuff I was going through, I don't think I've ever heard her raise her voice or nothing. She was like, you better than this, sweetheart. You don't have to do this.
Right.
And I would wish she'd have said, well, you know, something I
She
could
didn't
have
fuss
said.
at you
She
or
didn't
nothing.
fuss at me or nothing.
That's good.
And she had that same tone she gave them divorce papers too.
Sign, what she said, sign these papers.
Honey. Yeah.
So that was good.
But she's a real good friend.
That's
to me
good.
right now.
Well, we thank you so much, Michael, for sharing your journey with us and to let people know that you can overcome any addiction with Christ. We thank God that God showed you that little white church
Amen.
for you to go to.
Yes.
And for the people that was in your life that stood by you no matter what.
Amen.
And sometimes we need that in life, where people will stick by you, be there. Instead of beating you down, they're lifting you up. And they're encouraging you and telling you, yes, you can make it. You know, there's so many people out there get beat down to the ground where they want to give up. But you should. You go to your sponsors, like Michael was saying. Talk to your sponsors. But don't ever think that you can't get delivered from drugs or whatever you're going through. You can get delivered from it with Jesus. So thank you, Michael, again for sharing your journey with us. Again, we're here every Monday and Thursday with the Talk of Life talk show with Elma. I would love to introduce you to one of the most brilliant photo booth that takes the most awesome pictures. www.thekirkbooth.com, where we bring all of your pictures to life. We give you all the pictures at the end of your event so you can go home and just look at them and laugh. And then you'll see who was actually at your event. Then you can get those that wasn't there. So check us out again. We can make up your props for you. We can even do the photo album if you want that. We can put your picture on the screen. When they walk up there, they'll see you. And we will give you your props to take home so that you will always have memories of the Kirk Booth. The only photo booth that you need. We can rent, buy, or whatever. But the most of the thing is book us now because our bookings are filling up for the holiday parties and all of that. Check us out at www.thekirkbooth.com. We make t-shirts, everything that can go with your family reunions. If you want that, www.kirkinspiration.com, where our t-shirts always inspire. May God bless you and keep you. Thank you again, Michael, for being on the Talk of Life Talk Show with Elma, Kimberley, Big Husky, and Linda, and Roberta Elaine. May God bless you and keep you until we see you what? Face to face.
Good night, Helen.
Good night. Love you guys.